Welcome to the channel, everybody. My name's Mr. Overview, and today I want to talk a little bit about my experience with the Zaffiri Precision Threadless Comp and Barrel set for the SIG Sauer P365. If you have seen my previous video, you'll know I took a quick initial look at it and sort of saw what are some of the features that make it a little bit different, maybe a little unique from its competitors. If you haven't seen that video, I'm going to go ahead and leave a link to it in the description, so you can go ahead and check that out. But after I got it all mounted up and ready to go, the next step was to take it to the range and see how it would perform in terms of accuracy and also recoil reduction. And the plan was to go in, maybe take a few warm-up shots, make sure the red dot is calibrated, just sort of get a little bit of a feel for it, and then go ahead and do some shooting and compare this to the factory SIG barrel and slide from the X Macro. Unfortunately, things didn't really go ahead according to plan. I got about 25 to 30 rounds in, and the compensator completely blew off the front of the barrel. I don't know what was causing that. My initial thinking was, maybe the screw had backed out a little bit, or perhaps I hadn't tightened it up quite tight enough. But upon further inspection, when I looked at the bottom of the barrel, you could see that it was damaged, and it was never gonna function properly. So I did reach out to the folks at Zaffiri Precision, spoke to the folks in their warranty department. They were pretty good, and they did actually send me out a replacement. All right, so it took about 2 weeks from the time I sent my damaged barrel back to Zaffiri to the time that the replacement arrived. And let's take a quick look at what we got. So we have our barrel with the compensator. And one thing that is interesting is this time they actually provided a small container of blue Loctite to hold things in, which is kind of nice. The first barrel didn't have that, so this is kind of a nice add. They still don't include an Allen wrench, which is not the end of the world, but a little bit frustrating. But here's where we run into the problem. So this, even if I take this screw completely out, this thing is so locked up, it will not budge. You can see, it won't come off, it doesn't turn, it doesn't do anything. It is just on there. I have tried putting heat to it, that didn't help. I reached out to the folks at Zaffiri Precision to see what they would recommend doing, and basically their answer was, we'll send you a mailing label and you can send it back. We'll send you a different one. So we're gonna go ahead and do that. We'll send it back. But at this point, we're 0 for 2. And that's, I would say, really concerning, considering that this is a product that was not designed for, just common range use or competition use or something where a failure might be a bit of an inconvenience. This is designed to go on a defensive weapon where reliability is the absolute most important feature you could have. And to sit here and be like 0 for 2 is really concerning. Now I am going to send this back, and we will see what the third one looks like. We'll see if it A, can be mounted to my gun, and B, if it can withstand a reasonable number of rounds without some sort of catastrophic failure again. But even if it does, I think I'd be hard pressed to go ahead and recommend this product, just because, again, right now we're sitting at 0 for 2 on a defensive part, and that's like really, really concerning to me. So for me at this point in time, I would call this one a hard pass. And my recommendation would be either just buy a SIG slide with the standard 365 barrel and just the cutout on the slide, or maybe there's some other products out there. I know Radiant Arms has one for their ramjet and afterburner combo that I've heard good things about. I've yet to try that one myself, but perhaps there are some other options out there that might work for you. Anyway, appreciate you joining me today, and hopefully you'll join me in the next one. And please hit the like and subscribe buttons. Thanks again, and we'll see you next time.